So this is our Grizzly bear. It comes standard with continuous loops, black loop on the head end and a gray loop on the foot end. It's in a double-ended stuff sack and it was made out of sil poly. The Grizzly bear uh, with the continuous loops comes in at 1 pound and 4.90 ounces. Okay, so another option when ordering a hammock, instead of having continuous loops, you can have cinch buckles put on there, and you could also order the straps and the carabiners. They're all separately, but if you order cinch buckles, it'll come with what we call the buckle bag. I'll show you how that works here in just a second. But with this, the way it is right now, the hammock, cinch buckles, straps, and carabiners, it weighs 2 pounds, 1.35 ounces if you order the whole deal. The nice thing about these buckle bags is it keeps you from having to unwind the strap, pull the strap out of the cinch buckles every time, because it's got an extra bag on it, and you could just take your strap, which is really nice if it's wet out, your straps are wet, or you got tree sap on them. You can just put them in here. It keeps them out of the keeps the rest of the bag clean. The rest of the hammock clean. So now all your straps and everything are connected to your cinch buckles, and they're separate from your hammock, so you're not getting water or tree sap or something on your hammock. And this whole setup, complete, ready to hang, for the Grizzly is 2 pounds, 1.35 ounces. So if you order it with the buckle bag and straps, carabiners, cinch buckles, and all that, it'll come like this. And just open up the top bag, which will give you access to your straps and your cinch buckle. What I like to do with these bags is fold this bag down so it looks more like a cinch buckle. Like a regular double-ended stuff sack, and start out with it like that. Nice thing about it, if you order the with the carabiners, the other way you could do it without the carabiners is just run a strap through the eye of this, but then if you need to adjust your strap up a little bit and there's a branch or something there, you got to run your strap all the way back through the eye. Where with the carabiner, you can just unclip it, move it to wherever you need to move it, and then clip it back. So that makes it a lot easier. Same thing on this side. Get access to my straps, and I like to just get this part of the bag out of the way, and open it up just like a regular double-ended stuff sack. Run across to your other tree. Clip it in place, and those carabiners that you can buy, they're climbing rated carabiners, so they'll definitely hold your weight. One of the things that it comes with is these shock cords. They're used to tie out the stake, and tie out the hammock, to stretch it out a little bit more if you want to stretch out your head and foot end. You can use all 4 of them, or you could just use one at your foot end, one at your head end, or if you decide you don't want any of them at all, that just pops off and then pops back on. To adjust it, just turn this at parallel and pull down on it, let go. If you want to loosen it, turn that up and loosen it up and let go. It's pretty simple thing. So now I'll get the other 4 staked in, and then we'll show you some of the other features. Okay, so one of the features this has is sometimes if you're trying to get all your gear straight, you're trying to get top quilt or sleeping bag in there, this might be blowing in your face, especially on a day like today. So one of the features we have are these toggles that are built in. You just take them and loop them through here, and then come down to the other side. So now you got your net is out of your way. You can do whatever you need to do, get your stuff situated and everything. And you could also, if you wanted to do both sides, just roll it up, and there's another toggle here on this side. It goes through the same loop, and now you can roll up both sides. So now you got your net up out of the way. You can do whatever you need to do, or if you don't need it, you just want the extra airflow, you can leave it open like this. Okay, so while I got this side open, we have different hooks in here. You can see the hooks there, and there's another one up here. What these are for is we're making accessories, different bags that will hang down from here, and you can put your, like I keep my cell phone and my phone charger in there. You can put your glasses in there. We can make just a big bag to put like a book or your iPad or whatever in there. A lot of different accessories we're going to come out with for this thing, and they're along the head and foot end on both sides of the hammock. And this hammock also comes with 2 quilt hooks on each side of the head and foot end. And speaking of head and foot end, you got black amsteel on the head end, and the foot end has got gray, so you'll know every time you set it up which end is the right end. And knowing which end is the head end and which end is the foot end is kind of important, especially if you want to have like in my case, I have a bag here. I lay head right and feet left, so I have a bag on my left side where I keep my phone and stuff in. So knowing which end is the head end, I can set the thing up right every time, instead of getting it all set up and then realizing I got the head facing that way when I want to look at the view of whatever lake or something down there. So so black's head end, foot's gray, and also our tag for the MCN hammocks is up on the head end too. And the other accessories we have are these little D-rings, these plastic D-rings, and we have these clips on there for them. They're for a couple different purposes. One purpose is one of the accessories we're going to make is a bag that's going to hang down here. And I love the wind. The wind is just being a pain in the butt today. So this bag's going to hang down from the continuous loop up here. There's going to be a cord coming down from there, and then a cord from each side. This is on both sides of the hammock. So a cord's going to come down from here, and a cord's going to come down from here, and there's going to be a bag here in this dead space that you could, it's an accessory you could buy, so you could just put some of your gear in there. One of the things people prefer about tents over hammocks is you've got room to lay out all your stuff and everything. So when we designed this hammock, we tried to keep that in mind and have accessories so you got room to put your stuff, get it all situated. You can put a few different bags down inside the hammock for that clip onto these hooks for different things. You could have a bag here at your head in and foot in. One thing this bag could be used for once we start selling it is you put your boots in there or something, get them off the ground so you don't wake up with some animal drug them off, or got spiders crawling around in them or whatever. Another feature with these is for the underquilt. So I'm going to get a underquilt out now and show you how that works. Alright, so this isn't going to be a perfect demonstration for the underquilt because this is not a typical underquilt. Most of them have suspension along the ends here to tighten up the head end, get rid of these air gaps and stuff. This is just a low budget Chill Gorilla underquilt, and so it's just gonna have to do my underquilt. It has a totally different suspension and it won't work for this demonstration. So we got the quilt hooks here, so you can raise it up and hook them into these quilt hooks. And then another thing you could do is clip them up into here to hold it tight. But one advantage to these D-rings here is this here. Well, what you could do is you could take this bungee and bring it over the other side, and you'll see it's got a clip on this side here too. But when you bring it across, it kind of raises the hammock, the underquilt up, and you can clip it across and clip it onto this side. And you can see whenever I pull these up how much tighter that underquilt fits. Okay, so now the underquilt's fitting a lot tighter. And what I did is I brought this bungee. It's still connected up here like a standard underquilt does. But I brought the bungee cord up and over the ridge line, and then looped it through this D-ring and then back up. And then I brought this one from this side, brought it up and over, and then through that D-ring and then back up there. So that allows you another option to get your underquilt nice and tight. See how these cross over up here and then go on up to the continuous loop? And that underquilt is fitting a whole lot tighter than it was before. And we just tried to give a lot of different options with the setup on this thing, so you can really get, I mean, this is just, see how much better that is. And it doesn't even have the channel here with the shock cord running through it to tighten it up. But even without that, using these carabiners up here, it really sealed that up a whole lot better. It's fitting up tight against her and on the head and foot end. So it's just another option. And like I said, all I did was take this and clip it. Clip it through there, and then took this one and unclip it. Now we can drop it back down, and you can see how much looser that is, all that gap there. So it really makes a difference. And it's just, and instead of these shock cords hanging down here below the hammock, you can clip them up in here, and that raises it up. And you can see the underquilt when I raise that up. It makes a pretty big difference in how tight it fits. And that's the big thing with the underquilts, is getting them tight so you don't have those air gaps, because any air gaps like that, you're going to get cold. That air is going to blow right through there, and it's going to feel like you got no quilt on there at all. So this hammock is our Grizzly. It's what we are calling the Grizzly, and it comes standard with the all these cords, these tie-outs, and I forgot to mention earlier, but they're elastic, they're shock cords. So if you trip over them, you know, they got room to give. Comes standard with shock cords, the carabiners on the 4 points there, and it comes standard with the continuous loop. If you want to, you've got the option of having the cinch buckle suspension put on it, and you could also order straps and the carabiners from us too. But I'm gonna take this back down and show you how to put them back up using that buckle bag. So again, it's easier if you take this this pouch off the bag and fold it tight, so now it looks like a regular double-ended stuff sack. And then taking it down, this is really great for a place like this where we hang spot on the back, because now you don't have to adjust my straps or anything. Now the wind's going to pick up. Just kind of take your straps and wad them up. So now your straps are in there, they're protected. Take this pouch on this side, fold it over, and then just start shoving it back in the bag. You can leave these on or take them off, however you want to do it. Okay, so as you see, the hammock itself is closed off, and then you got this extra pouch here. Same thing, just unclip it. Then you can take your straps, load it up. Now you're ready to go. The bag looks pretty big, but it actually compressed down quite a bit in your pack. But that's it. This is our new hammock called the Grizzly, and it comes standard with the continuous loops, so you could use if your own suspension. And we have the option of putting cinch buckles on here or getting straps and the carabiners too. And with cinch buckles, it comes normally with this standard double-ended stuff sack. But if you're using cinch buckles and you want to, you can get one of these buckle bags with it too.